Now, I want to move on to something which I think is a fascinating discussion, especially if you live here in Dubai. It's something that you just can't get away from. When you drive down Sheikh Zayed Road, past downtown, Business Bay, JBR, your eyes can't escape the giant hoardings, the bridge banners, the billboards that light up Dubai's skyline. In a world dominated by social media ads and algorithms, it might surprise you that offline advertising is still one of the biggest investments in the UAE. Today I'm joined by someone who knows exactly why. Mohamad Wais, he's the head of advertising at Mira Developments. He's the man behind their big billboard buys and strategy that still sees real estate developers pouring millions into outdoor media. Mohamad, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure to have you this Friday afternoon. Let's start with the basics. In one line, why is offline advertising, billboards and traditional formats still such growth channel in 2025?
First of all, let's describe what's outdoor advertising. Outdoor advertising is to show the ads in front of people when they are outside their homes. Sorry. That's why its name is out of home advertising, the second name. Whenever people nowadays, everybody is watching all ads on his phone and TV screens everywhere. So whenever they will go outside the homes, they're driving in the mall, wherever, they can see the ads in front of them everywhere. Okay, so the goal of outdoor advertising is to show as much as much as you can, more people, more traffic, more views.
Interesting. So that comes back to my question: why is offline advertising, billboards and traditional formats like you just mentioned, why is it still such a growth channel now when everyone is using phones, when everyone is using iPads, when in the world of artificial intelligence, why is offline advertising still so important?
Because first of all, it's improving, it's growing, it's shaping, let's say, as same as whatever is going on in the online marketing, on the online advertising. It's going around with the outdoor advertising. Like nowadays, most of the outdoor ads are going to digitalize, like digital screens. Before it was only static. It started in ancient history with papers. They were advertising in papers.
Yeah.
Then when this automobile, trains, cars went out, they started making it outdoor advertising on the streets. And nowadays it's growing as per what's going on around us. Mm-hmm. It's shaping itself based on what's improving.
It's
what's
adapting,
new.
yeah.
Yes.
So paint us the picture then, Mohamad, of the outdoor ecosystem here in Dubai. When we talk about offline ads, what are the formats that you're actually booking? I'm thinking of like billboards, unipoles, lampposts, banners, even the huge digital screens that you mentioned. And also, what are the premium hotspots? Talk us through those things.
Sure. First of all, when you say outdoor advertising, it's two parts. Outdoor advertising, which is the media provider and the media agency. The media provider is the company which owns the outdoor location or outdoor assets. The media agency is the agency who connects the clients with every media provider in the market. Okay, so the clients from outdoor Dubai, for example, if you are outside UAE and you want to place international brands, we are talking about, you want to place an ad on Sheikh Zayed Road, you cannot come directly to the media provider and take it because there are a lot of rules and regulations for the outdoor advertising. That's why it's giving it a huge value. Okay, so coming back to your question, the hotspots in UAE or in Dubai exactly is number one, Sheikh Zayed Road.
Yep.
You have downtown, you have City Walk, you have Al Khail Road, recently Hassa Street, JBR, Blue Waters, all of them, the attractive, the most, let's say, most points of gathering, people gathering there.
Okay.
People are staying there.
They are the hotspots where you'll see a lot of people, tourists, even people living there, etc. So you mentioned there JBR, Airport Road, Sheikh Zayed Road, Business Bay, all that kind of stuff. Which formats of this outdoor advertising, from your experience, are oversupplied and which sell out quarter after quarter?
Nowadays, in this season exactly, most of the locations are fully booked till end of the year.
Wow.
Yes. Especially on Sheikh Zayed Road, downtown, JBR, City Walk, Al Khail Road, even Hassa Street now. Fully booked.
But surely there must be some still available for emergency space. For example, if, I don't know, an event is happening and they announce that Elon Musk is coming to Dubai for this event, then they must surely be able to make space for this, right?
Of course.
How does that work?
It will work like they will pay extra amount, too much extra amount. And plus we have nowadays, as I told you, the screens. The digital screens, it will fit for like 5 or 6 spots together at the same time. So they will make the rotation. But static, if it's booked, you can do nothing.
You can't do anything.
So even there's a contract, the rules and the regulations. Yeah, we are living in Dubai.
What if they decide, okay, they say, look, Mohammed, we need this space. They are going to pay you X amount of money to get clear of the contract and you can move the advertising space.
It cannot be.
Interesting.
There will be a penalty, a big penalty, more than the money that you will get on this ad.
In a place where money makes the world go, or money makes the city go around, Dubai, it seems that not enough money will even push Mohamad Wais away from his advertising boards. The RTA recently updated its out-of-home guidelines. You may have seen this. How has that affected availability or pricing for advertising?
See, wherever you will find rules and regulations, it will give more value to the assets that you are dealing with or to the business that you are dealing with, okay? Regarding this outdoor advertising, before you were obliged to go to RTA, Dubai Police, Dubai Municipality, this one, the Dubai Municipality, Dubai Police, RTA, and DCD. Okay. All of them, you have to get approvals from them. Nowadays, they made something like agency to control all these approvals. The name is Mada Media. So everybody is controlled by Mada Media, which is a combination of RTA approvals and
so this is the body
approvals.
That looks after all of
so that it will be taking care about the rules and regulations and the advertising. Before, you can put two or three screens in 100 meter. Nowadays you cannot put, you should keep 200 or 300 meters between each location.
So there's a lot of rules and regulations that you have to abide by. Tell me, Mohammed, when you're planning a campaign, how do you split between traditional static boards and digital screens? Because we're seeing more and more digital screens in Dubai. How do you kind of make your decision on what should be a static image and what should be digital screens?
Yeah, first of all, the client will decide. Some of the clients, they want like only static. Some of them, they want digital, because the digital, you know, as you are going to run your ad along with 6 other or 5 other clients or brands. Okay, it will be cheaper a little bit for them. But still, however, most of the clients, they prefer the static one. Because they want only their brand to be visible in this particular area.
So they don't want to share the space with anyone else?
It will be only for them. So that's why the static is much more expensive than the digital screens.
And just coming back to the point of regulations that you just mentioned there, how much is the regulations impacting pricing when it comes to deciding where people want their adverts? Are regulations and rules impacting and affecting the pricing of advertisements?
No, it's not about affecting the pricing. Regulations is just to make regular things between the clients and the suppliers. and how to put the ad, how much to keep distance between each screen and the other, so that nothing will be affected. For example, from people who are driving in the way, they cannot put a screen in front of the signal or in before a decision-making point, they name it. If you have too many exits,
you don't want to be driving along and then you
will be
see
distracting the people. It will not be approved. So you cannot place a digital screen where there is a place. The drivers will take decision in 10 meters or 15 meters.
So at a junction point, for example, you won't be able to, because you don't want to drive and then you see a beautiful Mira development property and then crash on the road.
Correct.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah. That could happen. Look, Mohamad, let's talk money, because this is where the money is made and also spent, right? Big time. Our listeners love the numbers. Give us a sense of the cost. I've heard smaller local billboards can start from 5 to 15,000 dirhams a month, but the big ones, what are we saying?
See, outdoor advertising, like you can start with, let's say, 50,000 per month or 20,000 per month for small space.
Okay.
Lamppost, for example, you can take in Dubai 10 faces of lampposts, these small posts in the middle of the street. You will pay 50,000 or 60,000.
And which kind of people are using those? Are real estate developers using those, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends. For example, if the real estate developers will use it, they are targeting a certain area. There are lampposts. They will take everything in this area along with the lamppost. They will not take only the lamppost. You get my point? But however, some of the small brands, they might prefer to take it if they are targeting a local, for example, community. They will take the lamppost in the entrance of this community. Okay. School or maybe a perfume brand or.
Sure.
Yeah. But the big assets or big formats, like the hoardings on Sheikh Zayed Road, you can start speaking from 1.7 to 2.5 million per month and booked for 1 year. Imagine you are paying 24 million before putting your ad.
So and this is how it operates. You pay up front.
Yeah, you pay even up front, or you can pay checks, PDC checks. Like every 3 months, it has to be collected. Khalas, contract is done. You cannot go back.
So for a year on Sheikh Zayed Road,
for one
advert,
for
one big billboard, 24 million dirhams.
Correct. This is the number. And let's talk about the annual spend. Last 2 years, there was no statistics about the spend on the outdoor advertising. When we talk about traditional advertising, we talk about outdoor, radio, TV, cinema, magazines, newspapers. So 2022, the spend in UAE and the outdoor advertising, it was about $360 million per year. Then coming to radio, the second thing, that was around 60. Then newspapers around 55.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to that with you very shortly about the comparison of different outlets and different mediums. But talking specifically about the billboards on, for example, Sheikh Zayed Road, you're saying about 240 million dirhams annually for an advertisement on one of the big billboards there. You've been in this game for a few years now. Has that changed over the years? Is it getting more and more expensive every year, or has the price gone down, or is it staying the same? How have you noticed it?
Back to 2020 or 2019, let's say, it was around 1 million per year. You can take 50 meters per year, not per month. 1 million per year, you can take 50 meters, for example. Now, 1 million per month, you cannot take it.
Wow.
So it's improving.
I don't know if it's improving, but it's definitely going up. That's
but
what's
the cost
happening.
also, remember, the cost also is going up. Because as you mentioned, the rules and regulations and all this stuff, you have to pay, the owner has to pay to the government, to the approvals, to legal issues. So it will affect his cost. So he will increase the price. Definitely the agency, as we discussed, it will increase the price and the client will have to pay more.
So then are we seeing a difference in the type of clientele that are advertising on these boards? Because if back then, they were only paying $1 million I say only, they were paying $1 million dirhams for a year to advertise, and now they're having to pay 24 million dirhams a year to advertise. Are we seeing different people using those billboards?
See, those billboards are for the high quality brands or high end brands. Okay, you can advertise on it whenever your brand is getting you the value of the advertising, because the marketing of any company in the world, they are putting aside, like, for example, 20 or 25% of the profit for marketing. Okay, when they pay this amount, means that they are getting 80% extra. Okay, so it's worth. That's why whenever they place the ad, it will get back to them later on.
And these people who own the billboards, they own the advertising space.
Yeah,
they are making a lot of money, right?
They are making a lot of money, but not too much. And as I told you, it's costing them. They are paying too much to get it. Imagine the rental for the land, then the build up, then the payments for municipality fees. And
so let's try and do some maths here. If they are getting paid 24 million dirhams a year for an advertising space, how much money are they making as a result of that?
Let's say 40%.
That's still a lot of money. That's almost half. That's still a lot of money. That's about 100 million.
It's an asset at the end of the day, same as development.
Yeah, but this is quick money. This is also quick money. Development takes time. It takes years to build your project. This is quick money.
But this is taking years to get. Nowadays, who is getting one small location in Sheikh Zayed Road? Nobody. You see?
Okay.
As you mentioned in the beginning, the rules and regulations, it will not affect on the spot, but later on, whenever it's full, khalas, you cannot get anything.
So because of these rules and regulations, it means that I can't go and stand on Sheikh Zayed Road with a board like this.
Maybe you can go, but you'll end up on this.
Maybe I could make, if I do this for 1 year, 24 million 1 year. If I hold a sign like this, maybe we should do it together. Maybe. Look, Mohamad Wais with us in the studio. He's in charge of all the advertising, the billboards, the offline advertising that you see across Dubai for Mira developers. Stick around, Mohamad. We've got loads to talk to you about still. I want to talk about all the different types of advertising, and in comparison, when you compare offline advertising to, like us, on the radio, on TV as well. So there's loads to discuss. We're going to get the news in a few minutes' time. This is Mira Business FM, and you are listening to Daybreak with me, Inzamam Rashid. Loads to talk about. Remember as well, you can leave your comments when you're watching on YouTube. Just throw in your comments there. We can, of course, put any questions and any thoughts that you have to Mohamad Wais here in the studio with us this afternoon. He'll be with us for the next 20 minutes or so. Stick around, news coming up in a few minutes, and we'll carry on our chat with Mohamad Wais very shortly. This is Mira Business FM. You are listening to Daybreak with me, Inzamam Rashid. Of course, we were talking about advertising. And when you go down Sheikh Zayed Road, head into Business Bay, even when you're at the Mall of Emirates, you see plenty of advertising around. And the reason we're talking about it is because, one, you can make a hell of a lot of money if you're involved in that business. But two, it also costs a lot of money to have your adverts out there. And there are many real estate developers, real estate companies that have their adverts out there, of course, to sell their luxury properties. And one of them is, of course, our sister company, Mira Real Estate Developers. And in charge of their offline advertising is a man called Mohamad Wais, who's been in the studio with us this afternoon. Mohamad, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. It's an insightful conversation. It's really nice to see your smile across the table as well this Friday afternoon. So just before we went to the news, Mohamad, we were talking a little bit about the price of these things. You mentioned that a prime location, Sheikh Zayed Road, 24 million dirhams, it can cost for a whole year to have a single advertiser board. If I was to give you a budget of 24 million dirhams for a year, how would you spend it? Where are the bargains right now? Is it Dubai South? Is it still Sheikh Zayed Road? Which areas are giving you the same value in comparison to Sheikh Zayed Road, for example? If I was to give you that budget, what would you do with it?
Depends. I will ask you, where is your target audience? Where is your project? Or where are you planning to do the marketing of your product? But if you want to give the value of your product, you have to start with Sheikh Zayed Road. Plus, it's not the only hotspot. As we mentioned in the beginning, there are a lot of hotspots along with Sheikh Zayed Road. So it's number one, there is no doubt. Everybody will pass from there, everybody will see your ad. Everybody will see your ad, they will know that your ad is, your brand is a very powerful brand, so that you have the capacity in order to put it there. But as I mentioned, we have a lot of hotspots along with this location. I can put your ad in JBR and Blue Water and the IFC, screens, outdoors, hoardings, lampposts. We can cover all Dubai with this 24 millions.
I want to ask a bit about production, printing, installation, even kind of 3D builds, which we've seen some of the boards have. They have 3D models coming out the top as well.
Correct.
How much does this add on top of what I'm paying you to create my advert?
Of course, it will add the cost in order to do the artwork, but it will give the luxury taste of the ad. Whenever you have the 3D ad, for example, in JBR, people are passing there, chilling around. Everybody's not only driving, they are walking. They can see the ad. They can interact with it. For last time we put an ad for an automotive brand. I don't want to mention the name. As if the car will jump from the screen. It's coming as a curve. So the car is coming, then they will think that it's jumping. It was amazing, man.
Well, let's have a look at some of your advertisements as well that you've been putting up around, particularly for Mira Real Estate. We can have a look at this clip now and see some of the work that you've been doing. This is part of a series that we put together here at Mira Real Estate, where you can see all the work that people do.
Correct.
Here is...
we have done this one in Giga Screen. This one is one of the iconic locations in Dubai.
Yeah. This is you showing us. So where is this exactly?
It's in City Walk.
City Walk, of course.
Connecting the Burj Khalifa downtown with the Jumeirah Road, City Walk, Coca-Cola Arena.
And we're looking here, this is a digital screen, right?
Yes, this is a digital screen.
Can you give us an idea roughly of how much this cost?
For us or for other brands?
Well, I mean, look, you don't have to tell us exactly, but roughly how much?
Roughly per month, to have this 10 seconds or 15 seconds, like let's say 2 to 3 times per 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and one time per 2 or 3 minutes. It will cost you around 300 to 400,000 per month. This is the normal cost.
300 to 400,000 dirhams per month. How long did you have that up there for?
We ran it for almost 2 months.
Okay.
7 weeks.
Okay, so you're talking just shy of, it's about 600 to 800,000.
Correct, for only one location.
Dirhams for one location.
Yeah.
And then we saw one at the end as well, the triangle one.
The V-shaped one.
Yeah, the V-shaped one.
Just to be seen, to be visible from both sides.
And where was that located?
It was in... before the festival city.
Okay.
Yeah, near the skyline, but from the other side, the Al Khail Road.
So maybe that somewhere like that is a little bit cheaper because it's not City Walk, it's, you know.
It's a little bit cheaper, but it's in a very hotspot location. It's in highly visible. Around 500 to 600,000 cars are passing there per day.
And Faraj, I think you can show us the clip again, if possible, and we can talk whilst the clip is playing, Mohamad. But in these particular two places, I think you are advertising Mira Villas, which is one of the projects, and Mira Developments or real estate.
Mira Development, the project for Bentley Homes.
Bentley Homes.
Yeah,
so
Mira
why
Homes.
did you choose the City Walk location specifically for this Mira Villas advertising that we're seeing now?
First of all, the brand, the quality of the brand, you are targeting the high-end clients or the high-end audience. So you need to show it in the high-end locations. We put this one not only in in this location in the City Walk. I put it in City Walk, in JBR, Blue Waters, in Sheikh Zayed Road. We put one in Al Khail, Hassa Street, Dubai Hills.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of advertising.
We covered all Dubai.
Roughly how much you spent on this campaign?
Too much.
I think that's the only answer. And then let's talk about this one. This is the V-shaped one. Again, this was advertising Mira Villas as well, right?
Correct.
So this was
all
the same
campaign,
project, yeah.
All the campaign was about that project. Mira Villas, designed by Bentley Homes.
Interesting. Okay, that's a really, really interesting insight. Let's move on now then to what you get in return when you're spending so much money on advertising in these places, as you mentioned, on just that one billboard for around 2 months, few minutes. How many times a day was it? 10 times a day, you said?
No, it's like 3 times per 10 minutes.
Okay, 3 times. Okay, so a lot of
one time your ad is rotating 1 time per 2-3 minutes.
Okay, so a lot of advertising space, and you're paying around 800,000 dirhams for 2 months there. How, does this actually work? I think that's the big question. Does this actually work? What kind of return on investment do you see from outdoor versus, say, television or radio? We know that TV production for kind of 30-second commercials can be quite expensive as well. Radio spots, not as expensive, but they still cost quite a bit of money. How does this compare in comparison to those things?
Yeah, you cannot compare, especially in the development or real estate market. You cannot put your ad outside and then you'll ask, you say, I want the lead. I didn't sell anything. No. You have to build the trust between you and your clients. Whenever everybody is seeing your ad everywhere, they will notice or they will know that this developer is a strong developer. They are not just coming to build one project and leave. They are there. They are existing in the market. First of all, it will make the branding. Then your clients, whenever they will come to buy, they will tell, we have seen this ad in this location and we liked it. We want to explore. We want to know more. We want to see the mock-up, for example. We want someone of your agents to explain to us about the project, about how many rooms, how many, all these specific details. So you will not get it like as if you are selling. You put the ad today, you want to sell tomorrow. No, it doesn't work like that. You will build the brand name, make the branding, then they will come to ask you that we have seen the ad and then we came to explore what do you have, what are you offering.
Can you give us the comparison of costs between the advertising that you work on in comparison to TV, radio, magazines even?
Yeah, all these advertisings that you are mentioning are considered traditional advertising. Traditional advertising, it's like TV, radio, newspapers, magazines, cinema, and the outdoor advertising. Last 2 years, actually, there are no reports showing how much was the spend in UAE, but 2022 spend, as per the reports, it's showing around $550 million spent on the traditional advertising. 380 something of them are in the outdoor. Then coming radio, and after it, newspapers, and the rest are small amounts. So imagine more than 80 or 85% of the traditional spend is in the outdoor.
So where have you seen the lowest cost per lead? Is it billboards, radio, print, or does it depend on the campaign? Where are you seeing, what is most effective, basically?
It depends, as we said. The cost per lead, you cannot measure it for the traditional advertising. It is not measurable. But it will enhance the brand, it will give more value to your brand, then it will get you the lead, but without even you notice it. Unless they mention.
What KPIs do you personally track? Are you kind of looking at spikes of people coming to the website, WhatsApp leads, QR code scans, people coming to the showroom? Like, how does it work?
It works like people will come more to the showroom to explore, as I mentioned. Not only real estate, all other industries, like, for example, automotive. When you put an ad for X brand of automotive cars, they will go direct to the showroom and they will tell them that we have seen the ad, you are having promotion, or you are having discount or whatever, and we have seen that, we want to explore it, we want to buy. If they didn't mention, you will not know, but you will see the footfall. They are coming more. Why? Because you have an ad.
Do you try and capture that data when people walk in? Do you ask them, where did you hear about us? How did you find out about us? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Even if they will not mention, you will get to know that.
Yeah. And I want to get into the creativity of billboards. They can be stunning, or they can be quite boring sometimes and like wallpaper and you ignore them. What's the secret recipe to making a really good billboard work?
The secret recipe is, first of all, the location, then the shape of the billboard, since it's static, it's not video or digital. So you have to work location, shape of the hoarding, and the artwork. You can sometimes make it as 3D, We add some on the top of the hoarding. We take permit, for example, we're taking 2 meters extra to show the shape of the tower, or to show the shape of the car and the desert. So it depends on the creativity of the artwork, the colors, attraction, lighting. All these factors will play a good role in attracting the audience who are passing beside.
So people who are listening, founders, chief marketing officers, who might not necessarily have the budgets, let's do a quick fire question for them to help them out. If you had 1 to 5 million dirhams for a campaign, what mix of sites would you go to?
1 to 5. Which brand? Which industry? Real estate?
See, this is the problem. It varies for different ones.
You have to.
Let's stick to real estate.
Yeah.
If you had 1 to 5 million dirhams for 2 months, where would you go to?
You can place it in Suqeim, Al Khail, City Walk, Hassa Street.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
One location in Sheikh Zayed Road, small one, digital.
Me, with my holding the sign up.
Digital.
Okay, digital. Okay, some further quick questions. What's the lead time for prime Sheikh Zayed Road boards? Weeks, months? How far in advance?
When you need to book.
Yeah.
If you are planning a campaign for next February, you have to book it today.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you navigate the seasonality? So do you look at kind of when people are coming in, Dubai Shopping Festival, Eid, obviously the F1, which is in Abu Dhabi, big launches? How do you kind of focus on those events as well?
Yeah, so for the outdoor, the 3 months, summer months, it's the low season, okay? Because everybody is traveling, schools finish, people will go to annual leaves. So you have 2 to 3 months, it's low season, okay? But on the other side, the weather, so people will be not going outdoor, they will go only to the malls. We will have a lot of mall displays, screens inside the malls. It will be visible more than the outdoor advertising.
Let's broaden it out a bit. If you're a developer with multiple channels available, outdoor, TV, radio, print, when is outdoor the right choice to do something? When is radio the smarter and faster medium to do something? And when is TV worth the big price tag?
It is all about one low season, only summer. Because all decision makers will live in summer. But the outdoor will be the number one nowadays.
So outdoor is always the right choice?
Always the right choice, because everybody will see the ad. Everybody's passing beside your ad, they will see it.
Okay, Wais, Mohamad Wais, before we let you go, some quick fire questions, and keep your answers short to this. Yeah. What's the most overrated outdoor spot in Dubai?
Sheikh Zayed Road.
But overrated, by overrated I mean like people are paying too much money for that spot and it doesn't get as much ROI.
Sheikh Zayed Road.
Still?
Still.
What's the best value for money corridor right now?
Best value, we can say Al Khail.
One metric every marketer should demand from an outdoor vendor. What should you ask for the outdoor vendor to give you back in return?
You cannot ask anything.
Nothing. They are the king, right? And finally, if there's one billboard that you wish that you could do yourself, what would it be and why?
I do it myself for our company.
For anywhere.
Actually, to be honest, we have done all of them, but the most, it will not get, as I mentioned, it will not get you the value on the spot, but it will show the power of your brand, Sheikh Zayed Road, just to showing the power.
Okay, so next question and final question. When are you going to advertise Mira Business FM on Sheikh Zayed Road?
Soon.
I think we'll have to speak to our station manager to make
but
that
you have
happen.
to give me like 6-7 months before. Tell me when you are going to.
No. We need it now. Now.
No, okay.
Make
the
a phone
artwork.
call.
Make the artwork after 6 months. It will be live.
Look, Mohamad Wais, thank you so much. He is in charge of advertising for Mira Developments and all those adverts that you see on Sheikh Zayed Road, down at Business Bay, City Walk as well. He is in charge of doing that for all of Mira Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak. It's a real pleasure to get your insight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. The time is 12:50. This is Daybreak on Mira Business FM.